Looking back at all of the consoles I played growing up, the GameCube still holds a special place in my heart. The many titles that I enjoyed on this console I think of often even today. Some games I beat 4 to 5 times even. This video is my tribute to one of Nintendo's greatest consoles ever. I'll start off with the Zelda franchise. Wind Waker came out early in the life of the GameCube, and what a beautiful game it was. The visuals were a big change from previous Zeldas, but they worked once you got used to Link's new look. Even though it's not the same Link as the beloved hero of time, those of us who were fortunate enough to have played Ocarina of Time before Wind Waker was released were extremely excited to play this game when it came out. I was 9 when this game was released. The music in this game is phenomenal. The dungeons are fun. The monsters are cool. If you have never played Wind Waker and are a Zelda fan, it's a required playthrough in my opinion. Some things are tedious, like collecting all the Triforce shards, but it's part of the journey. Next is Twilight Princess. Talk about a switch up. This was a callback to Ocarina of Time in a big way. The map of Hyrule is so similar. And apparently, the old skeleton that teaches you moves in this game is actually the hero of time. Anyways, this game was so fun when it came out. I definitely cheated and used online guides to help me beat it. I'm not sure why. I think I wanted to be one of the first people to finish the game that I knew. The dungeons were a blast. Good boss fights. Who can forget Princess Midna? I even kind of liked Zant. Ganondorf also looked pretty cool in this game. Oh, and the double claw shot. What an awesome item. I have really only finished this game one time. Nearly a second time, and then I flaked out. But I'm planning on replaying it one of these days. Before I move on from Zelda, I have to give a shout out to Four Swords Adventure. I was fortunate enough to have played this game the proper way, with 4 Game Boy Advances linked to the GameCube and on 4-player. It was incredibly fun. There was intense competition amongst me and my brothers to get the most rupees on each level. Some of the puzzles I remember were very tricky too. This game was incredible. Now, moving on from Zelda, let's talk about Tales of Symphonia. This game introduced me to the Tales series. Actually, I thought this was a standalone game, and it wasn't until later on that I realized the Tales games are a series at all. I remember this game being pretty long. It was also different from any other RPG I had played, as the combat was unique. You actually moved around in battle and hit your enemies with preset moves, but still entered a battle scene each time you fought an enemy. I enjoy the characters in this game, the humor, the puzzles, the music. I never replayed it since the first time I played it all those years ago, but I still have fond memories of me and one of my friends taking turns working on this game for weeks on end. This next game is high up on my list of best GameCube games, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. I replayed it multiple times. This game just draws me in. It's one of those shut your mind off and enjoy the ride kind of games. It's really not hard at all, but still manages to be so much fun. There's just so much humor and silliness in this game that it's almost like watching a movie. I like the different partners you can choose from, the different chapters with their unique landscapes and enemies, and the music is great. If you've ever defeated Bonetail in the 100 floor pit, leave a comment. Bonetail vanquished. This seems like as good a place as any to put the single game that I have sank more hours into than any other game in existence, Super Smash Bros. Melee. I plan on making an entire video about my thoughts and feelings toward this game in the future, so for now I'll keep it short. I have loved this game since 2001 when it came with our GameCube. My friends, brothers, and I played this game to death. It is one of the greatest games ever made in my opinion. I love it. I remember in the early days of the internet someone photoshopped Toad into the game. The rumor was you could unlock him, I think, if you beat Adventure Mode on Very Hard without dying once. Something like that anyway. I remember other rumors about Sonic and Tails being secret characters. I still play Melee today online. I used to go to tournaments before the Smash documentary came out. This game introduced me to the Smash Bros. Series. I got my whole friend group into competitive play, and we used to travel hours to go to tournaments and stay the night in other cities with kids we hardly knew. Some of my friends got pretty good and started beating me, which was not cool. I wanted to be a pro smasher all throughout my teenage years, but it didn't quite play out that way. But it's all good. Okay, moving on. Okay, these next games are going to be honorable mentions because I don't have a lot to say about them, but I still greatly enjoyed them. Kirby Air Ride, Extreme Skate Adventure, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Sunshine, and the Metroid Prime games. Alright, it's time for my favorite GameCube game, minus Melee. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I played through this game probably 7 or 8 times. This was my first Fire Emblem game and my first tactical RPG. This game did so many things right. The unique characters, the relationships that they develop with each other, the combat, the missions, the story and dialogue. I particularly liked Soren for some reason. I guess because of the mystery surrounding him and the secret that he has, which he reveals to Ike late in the game if you develop their relationship. Spoiler alert, he is branded, a half-breed between human and Laguz, and he is deeply ashamed of it. But the characters are just so quirky in this game. I enjoyed all the conversations they had with each other when at the base preparing for the next mission. The art style is great as well. The rock, paper, scissors style melee combat with swords, spears, and axes was a cool feature too. The Black Knight was a memorable villain with his own ominous music. So this little video is my tribute to the GameCube. I'm so grateful I got to experience it when it was so brand new. I'm grateful for the amazing games as well. I know most people look back fondly at the things that marked their childhood and tend to hold them in higher regard. I know this is nostalgia. I know these are my biases and personal experiences. I know all of these things, and I'm so happy that they are mine. The memories I have of this system are deep and integral to me. That's what inspired me to produce this video. It is a glimpse into me. I hope you like it, and I know many people share my love in this area. So thanks for watching. Peace.